Welcome folks to another Medieval 2 online commentary battle, and it's all periods 15k standard rules, and I'm commanding my standard Russian army, Dismounted Dvor, Cossacks, Tsars Guard, Berdiche Axemen, you know the likes, the standard stuff. Opposing me is France, and this is the kind of army that I'd love to face playing with Russia. It's tightly packed, it's for maximum impact that my Cossack Musketeers can have, and they're going to do, I reckon, horrendous damage. I did reckon when I saw this army, horrendous damage to this French army. He's got 4 Aventurier, 2 dismounted noble knights on each wing, 3 Swiss pikemen protecting his middle, and 3 dismounted chivalric knights reinforcing his middle. Now, the real meat of his army are the chivalric, is the combination of 3 chivalric knights, I think, and 3 noble knights. And the real danger to my army would be if I fail to react properly when my opponent would rush his cav at my Cossack Musketeers, because those guys are the real doombringers of this Russian army setup. But what happens is what I always love when it happens, not to me, to my opponents. Cav bunching. Well, infantry bowling isn't that bad either, but I love cav bunching definitely more than infantry bowling. So he just bunches up his cav over here into one big blob, and my guys can rush at it, and I can surround it from all sides, or I can overwhelm it with my Tsars Guard, with 2 of my Tsars Guard from that wing. And as you can see, I'm bringing in some of my Berdiche Axemen, Dismounted Boyar sons to help out. So it's not how you're supposed to use your cav, especially not in with France, because that is the real danger of your army. So you know, always when I use this Russian army, I'm afraid that charge down the middle, it's very vulnerable to charge down the middle. So I'm always looking to take care that that does not happen. Even though it can happen, I have lost one or the other battle with the Russians because of a successful, well, standard charge down the middle from my opponents. When you fail to react in a timely manner, or you just are too busy in a different part of the battlefield. But definitely there was no danger of that happening over here. As you can see, he's advancing down the middle with his dismounted noble knights, but the 2 Tsars Guard I had on the other wing are harassing his guys while they're advancing, and I did manage to rout his giant cav blob. And I have 23 Tsars Guard remaining there, 13 there. I have dismounted Boyar servants, Berdiche Axemen, well, almost intact, 2 units, and 1 unit down to 32 guys, I think it was, yeah. And I'm also pretty much going to rout his infantry down the middle. I'm wrapping things up, let's put it that way. What's left is over here, a last stand of his Swiss pikemen. Noble last stand. But, well, they're brave, but they won't be less dead after this is over. So I'm charging my dismounted Boyar knights, dismounted Boyar sons at their lines, and I'm just going to overwhelm these guys. Of course, not much they can hold out, not long. They can't hold out much longer. My guys have also armor piercing, and even though these guys, as you can see, have are reinforced with some Swiss pikemen, are reinforced with some dismounted chivalric knights, it's not really going to help them a lot. In the background, I'm wrapping things up, and look at this carnage that happened over here. Look at all these dead French knights. Actually, I think this is why the French lost most of their battles in real life. Those premature, not well planned for charges happening. Whoa, that guy flew. Happening from their heavily armored knights that should have been used in a much better manner. And I think this French army definitely did have a chance against my Russian army setup if it was used in a different manner with a different strategy, but that did not happen, as you can see. Chasing down what's left of his army. There he's got only 1 Swiss pike, and that guy is going to rout. And now I'm also going to bring these 2 units of Tsars Guard to this last stand of the French. Of course, they're going to start route. Oh, how many times did I saw guys flying in the air in this battle? Wait, when it's not your guys, wait. These guys starting to route, and to make things a bit ridiculous, let's say, my opponent did not admit defeat, and I couldn't see what was left from his army, from his guys. So I was, well, what the heck? What's going on? What's not routing? That's routing. Over there, everything's routing. So what's the problem? Well, the problem being that he marched this unit of chivalric knights there in that corner of the map. I don't know, maybe he hoped that for that I will just lose patience and not see this unit and just leave the battle, but I did see those guys. There they come out of hiding, as you can see. He wanted to hide them. That was really ridiculous. I mean, really low and just what the fuck. I mean, seriously. So I'm just going to fast forward and I'm going to move, as you can see, nice force of my cav. I'm also reinforcing them with. Actually, I'm moving my whole army up there, just because I'm pissed. Just because I'm pissed. I mean, seriously, come on. And he's not even going to stand and fight, he's going to try and run away again. And there's no other place where you can hide on this map. I don't think there's a place you can hide on that side. Anyway, I'm going to catch up with him with his last unit of chivalric knights. And this was a comic relief moment, let's say. He tried to hide his last unit. And I'm going to, of course, bunch up on them from all sides. And even though it says victory is certain, it is far from certain, and those guys are going to, of course, going to rout. I'm going to lose this battle against all of my 4 units of Tsars Guard. So, of course, this battle goes to show you how you're not supposed to use your cav, especially not when it's the prime of your army. You're supposed to micromanage them, supposed to harass my guys, try to harass my guys, because I don't have that many cav units with this Russian army setup. Supposed to, as I said, micro those guys and not just bunch them up like that and get them tied up by 2 units of Tsars Guard and a bunch of infantry. As you can see, I deployed 1,500 guys. My opponent deployed 1,700 guys. I lost 350 guys. My opponent lost 1,600 guys. If you take a look at the casualties inflicted by my guys, my Tsars Guard did a pretty nice job. My Berdiche Axemen didn't see much of the action, but most of them at least. And the same goes for my Dismounted Dvor sons. Dismounted Dvor did a good job, but what's really sick is this part of the statistics. Look at that: 151, 125, almost 258 casualties inflicted by the 4 units of Cossack Musketeers. So that's like 200, 300, 400. That's like 450 or something casualties inflicted by these guys, or something like that. That's a lot of kills. So these guys, when you leave them, they will leave their mark on the battlefield in a river of blood. Trust me. So when you're facing them, do not let them roam the battlefield like that, rule the battlefield like that. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this battle, and I hope you will stick around for more battles to come. Take care. Bye bye.